Well, in the first place, thank you very much for the invitation. It's an honor for me to be here and to share the floor with all the people that spoke before and also through the videos. Lembush, you were there and there. How you doing? I didn't know where to see. I was okay. All right. So, very, very inspiring things that you said. I'm a little bit concerned about the reference talk. I don't know if they're here or they left. Because they did it so well that probably we can have more referees than players. And this is always a risk, you know, because we need players first, then the others, okay? And look, this experience about the GB team has been very interesting, and of course the credit is always for the ones who are there in the last moment. But I think it's important to understand that when a team reaches that kind of level, that kind of success in the past 2 years, is because many people have been working for many years behind that. At some point there is a decision of some coach who has to decide, for example, if this player is ready to move up or not. Maybe this player is not the best player for the environment because she has her own opinions, you know, she likes to disagree or something like that. And then it's easy to say, okay, I don't want this one, I prefer this one because it's nice.
Or you want me.
I want you. I want you. And then, but the thing is that we have to understand that in a team, and if we consider the team is not only my team, these 12 players, but also the whole team of basketball, it's important to give room to everybody. And sometimes we have to teach players to be with players that maybe are not the ones that I would like most in general terms, but maybe I have to help the player. Because at the end, if we help people to grow, to mature, to move up, at the end, maybe this player that was no, so at the end is one of the ones who is in the last squad and can get the success. Sometimes it's very important, this responsibility. So when we see things like this, we see, I always think, who has been behind all these players during all the pathway? And probably there are many people who have been there doing great job to make possible that these players are there and it's possible then to get that kind of success. So thank you very much to everybody, because I see that without all the effort of GB basketball, British basketball, whole nations, blah, 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 for me it's very complicated to understand sometimes all this structure really, but for all people in basketball, okay, without that effort, it wouldn't be possible to get silver medal in Commonwealth Games or the semi-final in Eurobasket, okay? And look, this is also, the credit is also for players who are not in the team in the last moment, but contributed a lot during the process. Siobhan Pryor was here, for example, now before, well, she was there, not here, she was there and here also. And for example, this is an example of a player who at some point was in the team, but she was not in the final team. But these players are great to contribute to the process. The process is maybe a number of players, some players are helping at some moment, but maybe they are not in the next camp, they are not in the next competition, but without that effort, it wouldn't be possible the next. So we are all part of a great team, and what I hope is that after this team disappears, finishes because people retire, I mean, I would like to see in 10 years maybe someone here talking about medal in Olympic Games, and then probably that would be possible because this team was here now, because other people were there before, and all this effort, I think, is important to understand that. Now, few things that are important for this team, and I think that many of you share this kind of values. One is commitment. Without commitment, it's very difficult to do anything. And Patricia explained here many things about commitment, and I fully agree with her. I mean, without commitment, sport is nothing. Without commitment, sport can be just a recreational tool, like you go to the cinema, for example. But if we want to have sport as educational tool, okay, it has to be commitment. Commitment is key. It's not that I play basketball today, tomorrow I don't feel like to go to training. It's raining, I don't go. Well, in England this is terrible because it's raining most of the time, so you will never go, you know. But in Spain it's a great excuse because it's raining. I stay. No. Okay. Commitment, without commitment, basketball is nothing as educational tool. This is important. And what kind of commitment? The commitment has to be adapted to the person or to the club, to the organization in where we are. Okay, maybe for a 10-year-old, commitment is just going one day for practice and Saturday play one game. Okay, but this is a commitment. And it's not possible that, okay, no, today is whatever, no. Parents have to have commitment also. We have to develop that. And these players were a great example of what commitment is. Some players were at the WNBA and left the WNBA for 5 weeks to come to play Eurobasket. For nothing. And then, of course, that was a problem for the salary that they got there. One player had husband in the United States for 5 weeks and came here for 5 weeks to play for us. Maybe he was happy about that, I don't know. But what I mean is that family issues, okay, some players have jobs, and then they left the jobs to be there for 5 weeks. And it's not only for 5 weeks. This is a process of a few years of commitment every time the national team needs to practice, every time the national team has to practice, to play. And I think this is what we talk about, the ambassadors, the inspiration and so on. I mean, what is the role model is not only the person, it's what the person do. This is what the role model is. What the person does, okay, the action. And then commitment is one of the things that these role models have to show all the time. Look, big commitment. For example, Georgia Jones is here, and she's paying a lot of attention to her mobile phone, so this is not much commitment, but...
She's our comms officer.
No, I think, no. I'm sure she's just sending the message about this talk, no? This is what you are doing. Okay, thank you very much. Facebook, Twitter, all right. Thank you, Georgia. Thank you very much for your commitment. Okay. So this is one important thing. Second thing is trust. You have to trust. You have to trust your teammate, you have to trust your coach, you have to trust yourself. And without trust, it's nothing. And trust in the big team of basketball, not only the national team, all basketball people, we are a big team. Trust is very important. I have to trust people. Sometimes we are more concerned about things that we don't like of the others. We don't like this, we don't like that, and we care about the neighbor, we don't like the neighbor, something happened. No, we have to trust people. If we don't trust, we are nothing. And this is so important in the team. If one player is alone and she has the opportunity to shoot, she has to do it. And we have to trust. And then comes support. If she misses, we have to support. Because this is what is trust. Trust is not when we win. When we win, it's very easy. We have to trust people when they fail, when they are not doing as good as we would like. Okay? We need trust. I think this is the key factor. And the third one is focus. We have to focus on things that depend on us. And this is something also for this team very important to focus. Because many things were around the team during the preparation. Many things, for example, I remember that I signed 4 years ago as a GB coach, and I have had 4 CEOs or 4 chairmen in the federation. And many things happen. But if you commit to the team, you have to focus on your responsibility. And sometimes we are more concerned about things that we cannot control. We have to focus on things that we can control. And this is another inspirational thing, inspirational example from these players. They came to the championship, first day we meet, and we say, okay, let's talk about all the problems we have, blah, 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 blah. When the meeting is finished, we forget. Our job is on the court. And this is important because sometimes, even at any level, unfortunately, I'm an old person, and I've been in many environments, and sometimes even in a school team, maybe we are more thinking about things that we cannot control. The competition is terrible, the federation, whatever, the association, the parents, blah, blah, blah. What about what you have to do? You have to focus on your job, on your responsibility, and this is so important. And then we have these positive glasses. But look, positive glasses is very important not to confuse that. Because when you wear glasses, for example you, is to see better. To see better, not to be blind. So the positive glasses is not to be blind and not to see reality and they say, okay, we are great, we are great, we are great. Why? Because positive, no. We have to see reality. The positive glasses are to see reality. And from reality, try to focus on things that we can do. And this is great. And basketball is a game, is a fantastic game for many reasons. But one of the reasons is that it's not possible to play the perfect game. It's not possible. You have to handle and live with your own mistakes. You have to fight against yourself to overcome the difficult moments of the game. Because it's impossible to be successful all the time. Well, it's very easy not to make mistakes. If you do nothing, then you don't make mistakes. So play again. I don't win the ball. I never shoot. Then nothing. I score one time. Okay, 100%. I don't score more. It's easy. Okay. And if you count baskets in the warm-up, then it's better. Okay. I score 3 times there. No mistakes. No turnovers. No turnovers. You didn't have the ball. It's very difficult to have a turnover. But when the players are involved in the game, they have to make mistakes and they have to accept the mistakes. And also for the coaches. Many of you are coaches. Every time you finish the game, if you really think about what you did, probably you would have done something different in some decisions that you made. It's impossible to have the perfect game for the players, for the coaches, for the referees. It's impossible. It's impossible to have a perfect game for the organizers also. Even that they have more time to decide, sometimes they are under the pressure, it's difficult. It's difficult. And then we have to accept that our teammate makes mistakes, because we make mistakes. And this is very important. Because otherwise, what is support in the team? What is teamwork? What is support? Teamwork is not just ha when we win. Teamwork is also trust, as I said, support, accept the mistakes of the teammate. And when a teammate makes a mistake, we have to help this person to go. And I think this is it. And as coaches, we have to be behind the line. Sometimes we coaches don't understand that the line is there and we don't play anymore. Some coaches would like to go there and shoot the free throw. It's not my case because I will miss all the time, you know. I prefer even the worst free throw player of the team to shoot better than me, you know. But sometimes the actors are the players. And this is the other concept, empowerment. Empowerment. We have to bring the responsibility to the players who are on the court, because at the end they are the ones who have to make the decisions. Look, for example, one situation that we had here, because when we see the Eurobasket, we see the final result, but I always think about the games, and we were playing against Hungary in quarterfinal, and we started losing by 8 points or 9 points or something like that. Then we recovered, and then we had like 10 points lead most of the time. 5 minutes to go, we were 10 points. We had 10 points lead, but okay, they did a great job. Scored a few times 3 points, whatever. So at the end, it was a situation of something like 40 seconds, 1 point up for us, and we had the ball. And then we missed. And then they got the ball. And they had something like 26 or 25, 26 seconds to win the game, because we were only winning by 1 point. What can you do there? What can you do there? You sit here. You have to trust the players. You cannot stop the game, even if you stop the game. I mean, the players have to be able to solve this situation. Because if they don't, you lose the game. And maybe you are a great coach in theory, blah blah blah, but at the end, this is rubbish. Sorry for the expression. You know, this is rubbish in Manchester, no? Here you say rubbish. And then, so what important is that these 5 players here are able to react very quickly to solve this problem, because we have a problem, and we cannot make a foul because we have the bonus against us. So they have to make good defense. They have to make a decision. Something. I mean, if you don't prepare the team to do that, the team will not be able to do that. And then sometimes we minimize the talent of the players because we want to control the game too much. And of course, it's important to have a pattern of playing, a structure, a discipline, but at the end, we need to give room to the players to participate in the decision making and to grow, and to have self-confidence, individual and also group self-confidence to solve the problems on the court. Because otherwise, we are minimizing the talent that we have. And this is another point that I wanted to emphasize. Now, sometimes the results are better, sometimes the results are worse. You talk about luck, I fully agree with you. The opportunity, the preparation, the luck is there. But what is important is to focus on what you can do. And then, I wanted to say something else. I think what is very important, I think basketball people are great. Well, of course, basketball is the best sport in the world. This is obvious, no? We all agree about that. And the passion that is a common element for all of us is there, and we put a lot of time on basketball, volunteering, blah, blah, blah. This is very important. But we need also, sometimes, not to be afraid of change. Change is important to improve. And we need to leave the comfort zone to do something different. And at some point with this team, in one meeting that we had in Albania, I don't know if Georgia was aware of what happened there or was with the mobile phone, but I think in Albania, internet didn't work very well, so probably she put attention to this meeting. And I mean, we realized that if we want to do something different, if we want to achieve something different, we have to do something different. We cannot do the same. And this is very dangerous because sometimes we are used to do things in one way. And then we feel comfortable about that. And then because we are comfortable about that, we continue doing that. And because, we get some kind of successes, we continue like this. But if we want to move one step forward, up, we have to change something. We have not to be afraid of change. We need to leave the comfort zone and do different things. And this is sometimes very difficult to do it. For organizers, for referees, for coaches, for players, for everybody. For the organizations, for everybody. Okay, this campaign is something different, something new. Okay, I'm really very positive about this because it's an attempt to do something different to move forward. For example, in the team, I remember that we spoke about that. I mean, if we play defense as we normally play defense, we have no chances to win. Against players with a lot of experience like we play. We lost with Spain, we were even 1 minute 50 seconds to go to the end, and Spain won the championship. European champion, 2019. European champion, 2017. Silver medal in Olympic Games, 2016. And we were there. And at the end of the game, they didn't know what defense we played. They were so shocked, they couldn't play. Because they didn't understand our defense. So we need to put things that maybe are a little bit, let's say, odd or different if we want to succeed. We cannot play like Spain plays or like United States plays because we are not Spain or United States. We have to develop our own system, and we have to create a system that is odd for the rest of the people. So, so the best example is the defense of the pick and roll. I don't want to bore you with all these technical things. Okay, if we defend pick and roll like everybody do, we have no chance. We have to do something different. And then that was a big change in the team because we switch, and then the small players with big players. Oh my God, I'm with big player. I'm scared. My God, no. This is your opportunity. This is your opportunity, Patricia. Mismatch is your opportunity. It's not a danger. It's your opportunity because then the other team only wants to pass the ball there to the tall player. Ball there. They forget about all the weapons they have. They score a couple of times. It's better. I always like they score very soon because they cannot score zero. It's impossible. But they score that, then oh my God, this team is terrible because they do mismatch all the time. Then the shooter there falls asleep because never gets the ball. Because you are falling asleep. I see also with the boys. But you see, Georgia, the responsibility that you have. You are role model, ambassador, whatever. You are with the mobile phone. Now this young lady is doing the same. Look, Georgia, now, no mobile phone, no mobile phone. Okay? Paying attention. Mobile phones are Okay, so this is only an example that I wanted to put here because to fight against the traditionality doing things, I think this is the most important thing for all of us. And if you came here this morning, it's because you are very interested in basketball. And I think this lack of fear about doing things different has to be there, not only in elite teams, but in any team. You coach school, what can I do different? What can I do different? Not because I have to do different, because of course we have to rely on things that work well, and maybe are for many years the same. But what can I do different? I've been coaching this school team for 5 years, always do the same practice, always do the same thing, always do the same. My God, I have to do something different. I need energy, new energy, fresh energy to do something different, to send the players a new idea, something like that. So this is something that I wanted to tell you because I think this is the most important thing that we adults can do for young players, to offer them the opportunities to be unique, to be different, to grow. But at the end, the basketball game is outside for organization. All this is very important. Without good organization, it's nothing. But for the coach, it's near the line. For the administrator, is here. The coach is there, and the players are inside. But what happens inside on the court is very important. The most important moment for a coach, and I don't know if Len agrees with me, is when the training begins. This is your time. It's not when you go there to play for bronze medal game or something like that. Okay, of course it's a big moment, but the coach is when I go to the court today, 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the evening, I have one training with my players, and then I have the opportunity to help these people to grow, to help these people to improve, to have some influence on these people because they will feel good when they improve. And this is important. The proper teaching of the technique in basketball is more than teaching technique in basketball. Because this is when we make people really happy because they are able to improve. They are able to do things that before they didn't do. And this has to be with dignity. Proudness. And here, I was not able to dribble with the left hand, and then now I do it. And this lady or this gentleman, my coach, helped me to do it. And now I do it. I was not able to shoot, now I do it. And then it's amazing how can we help people to grow in all aspects. So, this is it. I have nothing else to say because I don't know what to say else, okay? So, thank you very much for this. And look, I wanted to say something. This is an amazing moment. This is very interesting. We are talking about road to Tokyo, blah, blah, blah. But look, this is only one circumstance, okay, that we have here that we can use as an opportunity. But the real challenge is not Tokyo. The real challenge is to develop all these ideas that have been exposure here today. This is the real challenge. Because the team can do a good job and maybe lose, or maybe win, I hope. But at the end, all country in basketball cannot depend on maybe scoring the free throw or not in the last minute. So we need to create a better base, and okay, this is good opportunity to bring sponsors or people or interest, or as somebody said here, Sifon said, 20 girls, new girls came to the basketball program. This is great opportunity to bring people, to move, all that. But at the end, this is what is really important. So, not put too much pressure on these girls, because they have done a lot already, okay? I'm sure they will do as much as they can to qualify for Tokyo Olympic Games, but it cannot be on their shoulders the responsibility of the future of British basketball. This is not fair. This is not fair. We have to trust the team we have to trust that they will do as much as they can. They are doing already, with this commitment, trust, prepare, but it's not possible to create the idea, okay, we need to succeed, go to Tokyo, then we will have funding, then we will have promotion, then we will have that, and all basketball in GB, 80 million people, inhabitants, depends on maybe Georgia Jones going to the free throw line in the last moment to score. And if this is the case, I'm sure she will score. I'm sure about that. But you never know. because she's a human being. She's not a machine. She's a human being. And she can miss, even her can miss a free throw. Even her, who is probably one of the best free throw shooters that I know. But even her can miss. Because this is, at the end, game of human beings who play against other human beings. And as human beings, we have mistakes, we can miss, we can do that. So it's important to understand that. Let's use all the strength, all the energy of the opportunity of the pre-Olympic tournament, because we cannot talk about Tokyo. We have to talk about pre-Olympic first. It's not going to be easy, the pre-Olympic. We are now at a very high level. And of course, at a very high level, the games are more difficult. This is obvious, no? But let's use this energy to grow in all aspects that were mentioned here, okay? Careful with this thing about the referees, because we don't want more referees than players, as I said before. Okay? but besides that, I agree that we have to develop referees. And with these interesting speeches, and Patricia also, maybe we have a lot of referees, administrators, table officials, and then we don't have players. It's only your Okay? Alright, so let's use this energy to grow all these ideas, but don't put the pressure that is unfair to the players, please. Because the team needs calm, the team needs to be confident and not to have more stones on the back than the ones that already have. So thank you very much for your attention, for coming here, for the invitations to us. Congratulations for these ideas, and I hope that this is not only a nice meeting here, great sandwiches by the way, okay? But we have to go now to action. This is important. Action is what counts, okay? Let's be a team all together, okay? And let's improve basketball. Because look, basketball here has great potential. I want to tell you something else very briefly. When I came back from Eurobasket to Spain, in Spain, they have 5 of our 7 games live on television. Even Great Britain against Montenegro in Spanish television live. It's very strange, no? But the people in Spain are crazy about basketball, so they even like to see Great Britain against Montenegro, no? Because I don't know if you would like to see a game like Hungary against Montenegro. How many people would see that in BBC? Probably the director of BBC would be fired or something like that if he puts that game, no? But what I mean is they say, okay, look, Great Britain, but we didn't think in Great Britain they play basketball. I say, look, they have more talent than we have. And I really believe that. We, in Spain, we don't have the talent that we have here. We see this game there, and we can see players with the physicality and the attitude, the speed, the strength, that we don't have in Spain, these people. So, there is no excuse for not being up, because we have the talent, we have the girls, we have the organization. Now we have to improve the organization. But we have the talent there. There are many girls that are ready to be coached, to be at the high level. But we have to improve things. It's not possible that a 16-year-old or 18-year-old doesn't want to play for GB in the summer, for example. This is something happened there. Okay? Also, we have to improve the time of practice, because I was telling Len about the miracle that 7 Oaks is, in my opinion, is a miracle, because with all the problems they have with the court and facilities, they are able to play at high standard. Okay, true or not? It's true, no? It's a miracle. 7 Oaks is a miracle. And then the same for other clubs. All the time with problems with the court, whatever. It's important to move forward to that, okay? But the talent is there. The talent is there. Okay? So let's be ambitious. Let's change. Let's leave the comfort zone. Okay? And let's have this meeting in 5 years. One journalist said in 10 years. I said 10 years, no, because I will be there probably in 10 years. It's too much, no? But maybe 5 years, I still will be not the head coach, but maybe I will be there very happy watching the... Okay.
pleasure.
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you.